welcome back to another fresh episode of My Watch Therapy. I thought about it the other day, and maybe I should rename the channel Our Watch Therapy because I think it's therapeutic for all of us. I enjoy making videos for you guys and creating new content and getting your feedback. I enjoy reading comments and replying. I pride myself in replying to all of them or reacting, whatever. Today we have the SSK021, which is it's the second Seiko 5 I've reviewed recently, and it's just equally a stunner. Just absolutely beautiful. Let's take a moment to connect. Yes, please. Yes, please. I think this is just awesome looking. It's got just kind of like a lot of nice contrast and a lot of nice angles. A gigantic GMT hand. Look at the golden hand. Just to have a little more contrast and to kind of line up with the color of that bezel a little bit better. Look at that. Man, I am just super impressed. I think you're getting a ton for your money. Speaking of money, $495. You can see the movement. It's a caliber 4R34. This watch is for sale at the TikTok Time Shop here in our fair city of Colorado Springs, Colorado. And take a look. I'll put a link in the description. I think there's so much to be said for buying from a family-owned business or a locally owned business that isn't a chain. Supporting people that are trying to, compete against the likes of Amazon and I don't know what else, some other large chain store that carries watches that can just buy them in volume and then sell it to you for a lower price. I'm all for competition, but I'm also all for a human touch and having people that really care about what they do. Look right there. Wanted to point out the bezel. I'm going to kind of angle that right there. And the bezel is glass. You see the sheen, the shine? Sorry, it's in and out of focus. So you got the crystal, Hardlex crystal dial, but you can see the shine on the bezel. That's because it's glass, right? So it just adds to that panache, that style, that eye-catching sort of gaze-drawing look. And if you hadn't noticed, it's also got an inserted Cyclops eye. I always wonder how they do that. How do they put that in there without cracking the glass? See that there? Super cool. And at this angle, you can really see around those indices, that sort of polish of like kind of a rainbow effect. Right, like that. Like a pearl, sort of like mother of pearl effect. I love that. It is a bidirectional bezel. And with this bezel, you do not need to worry about disrupting the time as far as whatever you set it at. It's a very tight bezel action. It almost makes you think at first, like, does this rotate? Yes, it does. Not even clicking. It's just sort of mashed together, and the contacts are so tight that it requires some extra effort. But I guess that makes sense. So you don't just go lightly and then knock off the time. Love this gray contrast. So the dial and then this part of the bezel. Just gorgeous. And the strap, or the bracelet, I had this on a nice old classic that I moved on. It was a Seiko 5, a Seiko Kinetic watch. And it had this bracelet. It wasn't brand new like this. It was quite old, but it's super comfortable. As you can see, there's just so many hinges there. Or flex points, or rotation points, where it can just form over the smallest thing. Look, it's my finger, and it just it totally can just ride right like that. It can just sort of ride right across it, right? So you can imagine on your wrist, it's just comfortable. It doesn't matter your wrist size at all. It's just going to feel comfortable. What else is comfortable is this SKX series case. Okay, so it's got that banana sort of shape, they call it. And a lot of watch people will say, oh, that makes it so comfortable on your wrist. That's the Seiko magic. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. Yes, does it have a banana shape if you want to look at it that way to it? Yes. But underneath is a very nice display case back, but that is perfect. It's flat. It's very soft, smooth, right, with that glass. I think that contributes to comfort. But ultimately, it's flat, and so it's not sort of hugging or, kind of curving over your wrist to make it so comfortable. And you can see it. Boom. It's like a sandwich, and it's flat right there. So I think it's just more things like the bracelet, the smoothness feel of that. It really is a comfortable feel, and the weight. The weight is a perfect weight where it does just... It's comfort on the wrist because it's not like crushing your wrist with 10 pounds of watch. At least that's how I see it. I'd be remiss in mentioning that just the dimensions, 42.5 across, and that all-important top to bottom number is 46. I've mentioned it before, and I'm getting better at when I look at watches that I might be interested in purchasing or reviewing that I think would work with my wrist, which is 17 centimeters, which is about 6 3/4 or a little better inches, is I look at that measurement, the lug to lug measurement, and this is 46. So for me, that's kind of just at the lower limit of what I like. 49, even better. We're just talking 3 millimeters, so it's not like earth-shatteringly different, but it's different. It's different, and it's something to consider. It does have a really nice recessed crown guard right here. I think just another touch, and it is not a screw down. It's not screw down, so you want to be careful around water. I don't suspect people are going to go swimming in a lake with this on, but if you did, you might want to just think twice and set it down on your towel before you jump in. First position, you can see here, changes the date. Looks like it only goes forwards, doesn't go backwards. And then if you pull it all the way out, you can see you can adjust that GMT hand, which is good. And then the hours. So we're going to kind of go, it's a winding position at 0, and then, I'm not sure if yep. And this, oh, that's what it is. First position in one direction will change the date, right, counterclockwise. Then clockwise, watch this, boom. Look at that. It hacks right to your local time. I was starting to wonder, like, wait a minute, how did that work? So here you could set your home time, and then when you go, and you travel, you enter across the international date line or whatever. You're going to open it all the way up, hack the movement. Actually, I think you would set it this way to set your local time, and then you're going to put that back in. Very cool. Very cool. So this has been a look at the SSK021, and this has been my watch therapy, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I appreciate you spending a little of your most precious commodity, which is time, watching my video. Take care.